afternoon, everyone. It's Craig Studnicky from RelatedISG International Realty. Welcome to the next edition of the Insider Series. Today I'm with Daniel Ayers. Great to have you, man. Daniel works here out of the East Fort Lauderdale office of RelatedISG. And it's really a pleasure to have you here today for a bunch of reasons, including the fact that you're a Jersey boy. There's not a lot of Jersey people that work with RelatedISG, so it's always nice to have them. So Daniel, the purpose of the Insider Series is for all of your colleagues at RelatedISG get to know a little bit more about you. But not just RelatedISG, because you work with the real estate community throughout all of Fort Lauderdale, particularly now East Fort Lauderdale. Even they would like to get to know a little bit more about you, even outside of your real estate expertise. So that's really what this is about.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Craig. I appreciate that.
It's really great to have you. Really great to have you. And I enjoyed our little chat before this, so I think everybody's in for a nice little treat. You know, it starts with, when did you come to Florida?
So I was around 12 and a half years old when my family made the decision to move down to Florida, and in my opinion, the best decision they ever made.
From
Jersey City, New Jersey, and Newark, New Jersey. I don't really...
Northern New Jersey.
Northern
right
New
out
Jersey.
of
Yeah, I really don't miss it though. I'll be honest with you. I don't miss the weather. I miss the people, but I don't miss the weather at all. Sunny South Florida is the place for me.
Yeah, I understand. And why was it that you got into the real estate business? So you moved here when you were 12, you said?
Correct.
And, well, then you were in school and so on, but then you
Yeah.
graduated.
So I actually started off my career as an ASE certified auto mechanic. Always wanted to be a mechanic, always wanted to build a race car. Got into it, realized it wasn't really a career path I wanted to choose. So I got into property management, and then from property management got into real estate. I'm actually a second generation real estate broker. My father was one for 30 years, so it was a natural transition into the career.
Tell everybody a little bit about your dad. What was so special about your dad with respect to his real estate expertise?
So I grew up watching my dad really help a lot of immigrant families buy their first home, and it really made a humongous difference in the way that I treat real estate right now. It's one of the main reasons that my driving forces behind being in real estate is to help him see over 400 immigrant families get the pride of home ownership and really be able to take that next step in their life was amazing. It was a great example growing up.
He did some of this in New Jersey, but most of this, I guess, here in South Florida.
No, actually, he was in New Jersey and then in Texas.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
my parents were split up, so he was in Jersey City and Newark. Knew the mayor, everybody in New Jersey, and decided, sick and tired of the weather as well, and he moved over to San Antonio, Texas, which he absolutely loved.
Texas is a pretty cool place.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I have a brother and sister that live in Dallas, so I get to spend some time there. So I have a little bit of insight into Dallas, or into Texas, I should say. But you got to see your father help immigrant families build wealth by buying real estate.
Correct.
And more particularly, tell everybody about that day of closing.
Yeah, I was totally correct. My favorite part about doing real estate is when you hand them the keys. There's nothing like watching somebody light up like a Christmas tree when they realize that they just bought a home. All the hard work, all the saving, all the sacrifices that they've done have come together, and they now own a home for their family and future generations, which is really why I'm in it. I like to help families create generational wealth, and there's no better tool in creating generational wealth than with real estate.
Very true. But that feeling of getting the keys and closing.
There's nothing like it.
Haven't you had the same reaction?
I actually just purchased my first home, a duplex, and I'll tell
Why
you.
took you so long?
I know, I wanted to make the right investment. I got a great duplex, and I'll tell you, I just got the keys after the tenants moved out, and I felt like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I was like, I just bought a house. It's the most amazing experience. And we get to deliver that every single day as real estate agents, which is very, very rewarding.
It is true. The trouble or the pain, whatever we go through in negotiating a deal, first finding the customer, getting the listing, and then negotiating a deal with a prospective buyer, hammering it back and forth between buyer and seller. Yeah. And then you got to sweat out the buyer if they need financing, getting approved for a mortgage. The whole thing. But then
on the final end of the day, you get to hand over the keys, and when they take that from you, right, you definitely get a feeling inside of you. It's like nothing else. That's a rush.
Yeah, they kind of feel like they can fly.
The world.
I fortunately for me, I've owned a few homes in my life, and that feeling never changes. It never does.
Yeah.
You get those keys at closing, and you just feel like you're king of the world.
Yeah, especially like a family who never thought they had the opportunity to. And that's like one of the most rewarding parts. Is taking somebody who didn't think they made enough money, or they didn't think their credit was strong enough, or they didn't really think that they were ever going to be able to do this, and you make that opportunity available for them. they're so thankful, and it's such a rewarding feeling to know that like you made a really big difference in not only their life, their children's and their children's life.
Yeah, you're putting an exclamation on a point that I try to coach with everybody that I meet, either RelatedISG or ISG. And buying residential real estate is 80% emotion. 20% am I getting a good buy? 20% is this really a safe neighborhood? All the logical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But 80% of it is right there.
Yeah.
And when you nail that for them, you kind of make a friend for life. And it also, in your particular case, it's really a fulfilling experience for you.
And I'll tell you, one of the best things is when you do that for a family, and then they refer you their family.
Oh boy, there you go.
One of the best ones I ever got was their grandmother. And I was like, wow, you gave me the honor of being able to help your grandmother buy a house. Like, that's a really good rewarding feeling.
Did you get her a 30-year mortgage?
No, we were able to get her into a great 55+ community. She had cash, and it worked out really well. She's very happy on the golf course.
On the golf course?
Yeah, that's exactly where she wanted to be.
Told me that I like to play golf. So when did you, this long and winding road of real estate that you've been on, from property management and then real estate sales, how did you find your way into RelatedISG?
So I was transitioning between owning my own brokerage, and I sat down with somebody from RelatedISG, and
who was that?
It was Alex Vidal.
That's the recruiter.
Yeah. I really felt that there was an opportunity here for me to grow with the team I already had and continue delivering the piece of family. So I really thought it was a great opportunity, and I've taken the plunge, and I'll be honest with you, it's been fantastic being here. You guys are on the cutting edge, and I love that Related is a big part of South Florida.
Yeah, they are.
That's really nice to be a part of. So.
Well, one of the things that we're trying to get, the message we're trying to get through the social media and otherwise, is the combination of Related and ISG. ISG's been in business for 28 years in South Florida. Related's been here for over 35 years. No one's developed more residential properties, whether it's condominiums or rental properties, than Related. The combination of these two brands gives our agents an insight into how South Florida rolls than I think any of our competitors. So I appreciate you saying that, and I very much value the partnership with Related as well.
Yeah, it's been fantastic being here. Our team has grown. We came over with 8 agents. We're part of the listing team here at RelatedISG, and it's been really fantastic growing with Related as well. So
far, all the promises that Alex made you, come join RelatedISG, we've fulfilled it.
Delivered on every single one of them.
Well, thanks.
My space here in beautiful East Fort Lauderdale, which I'm so excited for this new office.
We finally got this space.
Yeah, this is my area right here. Victoria Park and the waterfront here on Las Olas, you can't beat it. So.
Well, and it's hot. We interviewed Dominic Kravaja about a month ago, and she was telling us how hot single-family homes are in this particular area, and I guess you would agree.
Victoria Park, and it's just definitely on fire. Right?
Where are most of your buyers coming from?
So I do a lot with local.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of local, because again, on the buyer side, I'm dealing with a lot of first-time home buyers. It's a reward for me to really help them get into their first home and qualify.
Especially now with these low interest rates.
These low interest rates and the ease of ownership, it's really, really great.
Yeah.
And I like to bring out good deals for them. Get them some credits from the seller, make their cash out of pocket a little bit easier. This way they can get into the home for a little bit less cash out of pocket.
Believe me, I know what that feels like. So it reminded me when I first bought my first home. So we're at the point now in this interview where we call this the Golden Nugget. Every realtor, man or woman, new, experienced, veteran, doesn't really matter. Life presents headwinds, particularly in the year 2020 with COVID, where there's clearly a lot more questions than there are answers. And when is this going to end? And how do we move forward? It happens every day. It happens every week. It happens every month. But there is something inside of you, Daniel, that gets you through that, no matter what you're confronted with. I love to ask this question because I think you're the 9th interview, and the previous 8 have all been uniquely different, human, special. And I know your colleagues from RelatedISG would like to hear your Golden Nugget.
Thank you, Greg. Yeah, so I explained it briefly. For me, it's helping families create generational wealth. And I've said real estate is the best tool for that. It's been proven that owning a home helps your children get the best education, also helps them buy a home at a younger age. So it's one of the vessels that I've chosen to help families really create generational wealth, because I know that I'm making a difference for not only them, but their children and their children's children. And now I have a 3-year-old son as well.
And his name is?
His name is Dominic Harris. And it's my pride and joy to know that I'm going to pass it down, even if he doesn't ever want to become a real estate agent.
That's okay.
It's completely okay.
I suspect though he might.
But it's
his grandfather's blood and his dad.
Yeah, right? We're hopefully a 3rd generation. So it's really nice to be able to work hard every single day to make sure I create a future for him, to make sure he gets the opportunities that I didn't have growing up. And at the same time, I get the reward of helping families do something they never thought was possible.
Well, I have no doubt that you connect extremely well with these young families because of the devotion and the way your eyes light up when you talk about Dominic.
Yeah.
Families know that you're a family guy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been one of the best, I always say it's one of the best things that I've had in my life right now is being a dad. It's rewarding every single day.
Let me just share with you, tomorrow my daughter gives birth to her third child, her second son, which is actually my 5th grandchild. So it's not just rewarding being a dad. As Dominic gets older, and one day he'll settle down and do for you what my children have done for me. It's absolutely remarkable.
Yeah, that's
I
amazing.
guess it's part of my Golden Nugget too, but who knows? One day maybe somebody will interview me and I'll share all that with everyone. In the meantime, I want to thank you so much for being with RelatedISG. Everybody at RelatedISG speaks incredibly highly of you, and now I really understand why. It's great to have you here.
I really appreciate it.
For so many reasons, especially the fact you're from Jersey. You know?
Thank you very much.
Folks, thanks so much. Pleasure being with you all again today. We'll see you next week on the next edition of the Insider Series. Bye-bye now.